Hello everyone. It's been a while since I posted my last video. Was a bit busy with work and everything. So while going through the recent features with the which has been introduced with Business Central, I just came to see and notice that there is an out-of-the-box Shopify app introduced with the BC20 upgrade. Uh, it was basically under the announcement, but I've seen recently that it is available. So I went through the documentation and seen that there are many blogs also written based on their findings. So I thought it's better to put it on a video as well, so that I can so you guys can see and try to benefit from it. I've seen several other people blogging about it as well. I've seen one from Robert and I cannot just recall the names of others, so apologies to that. So I'll in this section I will show you that how can utilize that out of the box app, and I'll try to make another video where I can try to explore the app which is provided by Microsoft, and we'll see how we can if needed how we can extend, or whether we should or should not extend. I mean that I have to see the possibility as well technically. Okay, so if you have already connected to your Business Central tenant and your Shopify store, and you've already played around with the syncing of orders and customers and products and gift cards and all, so you can skip watching this video. If you haven't seen that, I mean it's worthwhile watching it. So it will help you expedite the process, and I mean I've done it using the same Microsoft documentation. So if either you can see that and follow the steps, or you can just follow the steps that I'm doing in the video. Okay. So before I do that, just a quick introduction, like I always do. I'm Rishabh Shukla. I'm working as a managing consultant with Oli Technologies. Uh, that's basically my YouTube channel. Not very active from past few months, so I'm just trying to keep up with the pace. I'm also trying to answer as many as questions. I'm getting a lot, especially around uh, a couple of content which is basically on, especially on the upgrade toolkit of localization. And apart from that, there is automation API and Elasticsearch. So based on which I'm getting questions, I'm trying to answer, and uh, and also trying to enhance my knowledge too with that. So thank you for that feedback. So now I will jump directly to the content of the video. So I'll show you of how to start this journey, because some of them I've already integrated your system with Shopify, or you've already seen that how it works. But for the audience who have never used it, it's very important to understand the concept, how it's going to work. Okay. So when it comes to Shopify, it's a very standalone fully loaded with features portal. I've used it for the first time, to be honest, and I'm pretty amazed, and very impressive features and all those things are available on the platform. So how it works is it's basically you create stores on your Shopify account, and you can give a user experience to an outside entity. Very less amount of work as a developer if you are going to do that, and you can basically start a portal and give access to your customer by uploading your products and back and forth on it. You can build and utilize your app on Shopify platform. That's how the platform basically works. It's similar to how you publish your apps on App Stores or Business Central as well. Okay, I mean, bit different, but fundamentally it's going to be the same thing. Okay, now to begin with, you need a couple of things. One, you need to have a Business Central tenant. Um, I don't see a reason why you only need a production, but you can have a sandbox too, to be honest. It's not really necessary. Okay. I have tried it with SaaS, not with on-prem, so I don't know whether it's going to work with on-prem. So I'll just try to ex explore that opportunity as well. So you need a Business Central tenant. It should be I'll say BC somewhere around BC20. because the Shopify app is available from BC20 only. I have not seen the compatibility of that app, and I think it will not work with SaaS because it was not available in the prior versions. Okay, so if you have a BC20 tenant, you should see an app uh, in the standard role center. If you're not seeing this action on top of your role center, it might be because you have selected a different role center. So just go to the extension management and try to see if you have a Shopify app. If you have it, then just change it to business manager role center. You should see the standard buttons on top of it. Okay. Now, if you have this, one very important thing, and that's basically how I try to understand how Shopify actually works. If I go to advanced settings and extensions, because I've seen people asking if you have any documentation around it, if you have any documentation around this functionality. So to them, what they can do is you go to Shopify app and you click here and you scroll down and say for help. So once you click that, there it is. Okay. So this is basically how you can go through the documentation. It has almost everything covered within the app. How you're going to get started, you're going to sync your items, you're going to sync your customers, orders and everything. Okay, so that's one thing. If you need a documentation and in PDF to do that, I mean that's your thing. That's basically how I did the entire thing. Okay, now if not, you can also just follow the video. Now that's Business Central. Now coming back to Shopify, uh, if you are working as a developer for the first time, obviously if you are working for a real customer, you need a Shopify account. You need to buy one, and they should have a plan and blah blah blah, all those things. But to start with, if you are working as a developer, you need a partner account. So you log into partners.shopify.com. That's going to be your URL. Just Google it, and or you can just put it on the browser and just search for it. Just log in with an account. Okay, if you don't have any, you just use your personal email ID. Do it. It should be easy. It's not that bigger stuff. Now, once you do that, it will take you to the Shopify Partners dashboard, which is this. Now, under this, you need to create a store. Now, I have created one for me, but there are a couple of configuration that I'm going to do it for you if to make this video more relevant. Okay. Now, if you want to add a new store, just click here. You know, say developer store. Give it a name. Put it a unique name here, and just it's pretty standard stuff. I don't have to tell you all that, right? Just say I'm just playing around. Okay. Now, so once your store is created, there are a couple of things you have to do. So I'm going to go to my store now. Okay. Now in this store, I will go to my settings and no, not the settings. I will, let's see if I can go to my store from here. So what I'm going to do, so that's another way of going to your store. I'll go here and I'll just click on this link. It should take me to my store. And instead of going here, I will go to admin. Okay, super. So now I'm in the admin blog of my store. So earlier I was in the admin blog of my Shopify partner account. Now I'm in the admin blog of my store. Okay, so that's the name of my store, Arshukla blog. And under this, first thing that I will do is that I will install an app. Now, to install an app, like I said, Shopify also have its own app, or if you want, you can create your own app and install it on the top of your store. Now, to use Business Central or to integrate it with Business Central, you need to install the Business Central connector app for Shopify on it. Okay, how do we do that? You go to apps, you search for Business Central. Hopefully, it comes up. Oops. Mm, well, if it's not coming up, there's nothing to worry, to be honest. If you scroll down at this point, you should have an app source for, yeah, there you go. So there you can basically use this link as well to install the Shopify apps. It's basically the Shopify app store. It should come up from there as well. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. So I'll go here, and no, that was actually not my account. So I basically have created a couple of accounts for testing this app. So I just logged into a different one. Let's see. Go to developer login with this one. So let's see. Ah, there it is. Okay, so it will show the Business Central app. I'll say add app, and now I have to give my Shopify URL here. Okay, so to do that, I'll go back here, and I should have my URL somewhere here as well. So I'll go to home. Okay, so then you can just basically copy it from here, right? Say this, login. Okay, so now it says that it's trying to connect with this app. You'll say install. Now this is essential, guys, because if you don't install this and you try to connect with your Shopify store, your Business Central app, it won't work. You need the connector app for this. Now, once the app is installed, it's going to ask it whether you want to sign up for a Business Central tenant or you already have one. So I'll say sign in, and I just hope if I'm on the right login or it will take me to a different account. Okay, super. I'm on the right login. So now my Shopify store has an app. So if I go to apps now, there you see, I have my Business Central app as well. So that's one thing. Okay. Now the next thing is that I have to ensure that I can also perform payments for while connecting to my Shopify account. Okay. So if I go to settings and then payments, so one way of doing it is that you can, configure a PayPal account. You can, or you can use a different payment account. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Another way is that if you are a developer, you can, you know, uh, do it in a test mode. Okay, so by default, if you are doing it in a developer mode, Shopify provides you a way of creating a bogus gateway where you can try to simulate your credit card transaction and with, a happy scenario or decline scenario or a failure scenario. Okay, so so to do that, just click on that link that like the way I did, and once you do that, it's going to give you a walkthrough. So in a summary, you select here and you click on activate bogus gateway. Okay, now it's activated, and I kept the notes for that so that it's easier for you guys. Now, um, I'll also show you how I did that and how I'm going to use these three parameters for using my bogus gateway. So that's the another thing. Okay. All right. I think I'm pretty much done with my settings. Let's see if I need to have a plan. So if you're not using a developer account, then you need to have a plan as well. For this. If not, I mean, just go with the account. You don't really need anything else. Okay. So I think we are pretty much done with our Shopify store configuration. Now I will come back to my Business Central tenant. So where is it? There. All right. So on my landing page of Business Central, first of all, I have to configure my Shopify shops. Okay. I mean, the entire Shopify app works around these three, four tabs. There are other things as well, but to start with, you can just go with this flow. Okay. Now, first thing that is that you have to configure a shop. Okay. So I'll say R Shukla block. So let's give it a code. Hmm. Uh, Spelling it is a bit wrong, so let me just fix it. Okay. Now this is very important. You have to pass your Shopify URL. So to do that, you don't have to check for it. Just copy it from the browser itself. Okay. Okay, now don't just enable it right away. Okay, that's not the right practice. Just fix all the tabs, just configure everything, and then only enable the Shopify cart because it starts syncing and starts running the job queues. And if you configure halfway through only, it will work, but you won't get a better picture. Okay, because I just configured my item section and I just enable the app and it starts synchronizing everything. And I have not configured it for inventory synchronization. So I had my items over on the Shopify store, but I did not have my inventory there. Okay, so that's how I basically, don't enable the configuration half cooked. Okay. So first thing is you want to synchronize your items. Okay. So I will say to Shopify, I want to create it from my Business Central tenant and I want to, send it back and to Shopify. Okay. Auto create unknown items. If the item is not available, just create it. If it is available, then don't go, just update it. Uh, Now, this is an either or condition. So it can be either Shopify can update Business Central items or it can be can update Shopify products. I will go with this option. I'll say can update Shopify products. Okay. An item template in case you are using an item template to create any item from Shopify to Business Central, you can use this. Customer discount group if you want to apply any customer discount group on any item. These two three fields are in case that you want to create any item in Shopify and want to send it back to Business Central. So it's going to use this template and going to apply this settings. All right, sync images. You have images on your Business Central tenant. If you are running an existing Business Central tenant and want to sync it back, connect it to Shopify, this is going to be your configuration. Okay, so I'll say to Shopify. Now, again, guys, point of note, if you already have a Shopify system running and you have recently purchased a Business Central system, then the entire configuration is going to be on a different side. It's going to be from Shopify. Okay, auto create products will be there, and in this case, it will be Shopify can update items in Business Central. Then you don't need this check. Okay. Just correct check these marks as well. Sync item attributes. So it's going to synchronize the item attribute table as well. Okay. If you're going to create any variant out of the SKUs of Shopify store, products of Shopify, then it's going to have this V underscore, then the SKU code. Okay. How you're going to so by SKU mapping, it means an SKU is in the Shopify store and how you want to map that SKU as an item in your environment. Okay, so I'll just go with the option of by item number only. I don't have a variant option. Now if you don't want to use that, you can choose any one of them as well. So let's say I'll say item number plus variant code. So if I select this option, okay, and then it will ask for me what's going to be the separator. Then I will say hyphen. So in this case, what will happen is that if I pass an item number like 1000-V1, so 1000 will be my item number, and hyphen after hyphen is going to be the field separator, and V1 is going to be my variant code. Okay, so I'm not going to use this option. I just keep it like this, and I'm going to just keep it as item. Okay. Status of created product, I'll just say it as active. Action of remove product, I would like to move them to archive. So I mean these side of configuration for SKU mapping are for basically, for the Shopify store. Okay. Now that's the part of item. Okay. And I mean you can change the parameters. I'm just doing pretty standard basic stuff. You can change it all the time. Okay. Now the next part would be the syncing of inventory. So I'll say inventory tracked. Yes, I want to track the inventory. Default inventory policy, I'll say continue. To be honest, I never used the deny option, so we can skip that for now. All right, so customer synchronization. So there are many ways of customer synchronization. One is that whenever I create an order, then only I want to create a customer. That could be one way. Uh, One way could be that I don't want to import any customer. I will have a default customer, and based on that only I will do that. I will run my business. So if I use that option, the default customer number field is going to be in the picture. Okay. Now let's say I'll go with the option of all customer. Okay. And then I will say email, phone. So that's going to be the uniqueness of my customer. Okay. And then I'll say auto create customers, unknown customer, which is good. Just create a template. Uh, can update Shopify customer, or I can say can update this. Okay, so name source and contact source and state source are basically that how Shopify is going to create a customer on their end. Okay, so it's going to take the priority of contact. So if your customer has a contact, then it's going to use the first name and last name as the name of the contact. Okay, now if it is not there, then it's going to take priority with the name two. Again, the name two field of your system, of your customer card, first name and last name. And if not, then it is going to take the, I'll go with this first name and last name of the customer as a company name. Okay. Now, last thing is configure your order processing. So in this case, I will say when Shopify is going to apply any shipping charges on your order, you basically map it with your GL account within your system. Okay, so just pick up a GL account. That is not good. I'll say an expense account maybe. Okay, so that could be my, okay, utility expenses. If you are selling a gift card, how you want to map it with your system? So I'll say income, product sales. If you are want to have a tip account. So these three, four parameters are basically something which you can configure in your Shopify store. Now, to have uh, a general transaction or a GL impact on your Business Central for this, you need to have a GL account map for it. Okay, so just used any GL account for testing for now. I'll just go with let's go with income again. Let's see. Okay, interest income. That sounds about right. Okay, next thing would be that whenever you are going to synchronize your order with Shopify, you want to auto create the order or you want to create them manually. So I'll go with the option of auto create orders. Tax priority, let's keep it very simple, guys. I'll go with no tax. Okay. Now, before jumping to the next screen, I would like to double check my customers. Okay, so this tenant is for US, and I have created a customer with my name, and it also has my ID and everything in place. Tuk, tuk, tuk. I have a shipping agent as well. I mean, shipping agent is only necessary because I have to have a, you know, uh, a shipping cost on my order. Okay, so let's see if I also have a contact on this customer or not. Again, it's not really necessary, but okay. I have configured my Gmail ID for this, and in the contact it has the name. Okay. All right, so I think we are ready to enable the shop. So I will enable it now. And once I do that, it's going to say I accept. It will try to log into my Shopify shop. If everything goes okay, it's not going to do anything else. If not, then something is wrong. You need to check your Shopify portal. So let's start with customers, okay? So I'll go to customers. So I think once you do that, if I go back to my job queue entries now, and there are very small things that you all have to understand. They're not created yet. So let me do one thing. I'll say start customer sync. I'll go to logs. It will take a while. So, okay, so it says success. So now you can see it has, so this customer is basically my Shopify customer. This is not my Business Central customer. Now, if you see, it has the code of my Business Central customers, and it also has the ID of my Shopify customer account. Okay. And you can see it has the names of so it's if you you might not able to get the names right away, because if I go to my customer card, it says Adatum Corporation, but in the contact it says Robert Town. So you can change these settings, okay? And I'll try to see the possibility in the app itself if there are any publishers available to change these kind of first name and last name policies or not. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, so this is basically my customer. Okay, now if I go back to my Shopify portal, I go to customers. So now I can see these are my customers which are available. So that's good. It shows zero order. Now to the next tab, I'll go products, and in here I will say process add items. Now, these are reports which runs on a batch on a job queue. Usually, job queue and these job queue entries will can be scheduled on a recurring basis from the shop code itself. So, but for now, to make this video fast, I will just do it from here. So I'll just go with the category of an item, else it's going to take a while. So I'll go with chair and click OK. It's going to take a while. All right. So now similar thing. So the Shopify IDs are here, my items are here. So let's go back and Shopify and go to products. Now I can see the product information is here. Okay. Now the images are still not here. Okay. So I'll go back here, go process. Sorry, not process. I'll go to sync product images. Okay. So it says success. Let's try to refresh this. There we go. So we have the images here now. Um, let's just open any one of them. Let's see, what do we have here? Ah, so you remember on your Business Central there is an item attribute table. It has all the information about the attribute of the item. You have it here as well. That's the image. You can add more images. Cost per item is here. Margin is here. Profit is here. This is absolutely good. Okay, we're good with this, right? No challenge at all. It's a very nicely articulated information available on the page. Okay, you don't really have. So far, I have not done any sort of coding for integration with all this, right? Well, stock says 0. So there was one more setting that we need to ensure. I'll go to shops, and under shops, there is a thing called locations. And in location, I will say disable sort. So you basically have to disable this. Now, if I go to synchronization, I'll say sync inventory. Let's see. I mean, for now, we don't really have to go with everything to be done. I mean, inventory is not that important. I mean, for running a business, it is important, but to run an order cycle, it's not that necessary. We can go with the negative inventory for now. Okay, so that is also a success. Let's see what do we have in here. All right, so our inventory is now updated as well, which is good. So if I go back to my item, so in your system, you may have seen the locations with the different, options. I mean, different locations. Now in Shopify, you have to create those locations, else it is going to create everything into the default location of your store. Okay. Now every store has an address. So while creating a store, just be very careful with the name of of the address of the store. So it takes the location, default location based on the store that you have created. Okay. So in this case, it's basically my apartment number. So just be very careful with this. Okay. All right. So we have item, we have our customers, and we have their inventory, and we have their prices as well. Okay. So I think we are basically good to proceed with the order. Now let's try to do it in a different way. So now I would like to connect to Shopify as a customer. Okay. Now, since it's a developer account, I need to have a temporary password for this. Okay. And to have this, I basically have to go to my settings, and under settings, I have to go to my, not settings, I think I have to go my online store. Yeah. So you have to go to your online store option in your store, and you have to see the temporary password. Basically, you will have a password for every customer who is going to log into the system. But since it's a development store, so I'll just keep this password with me, keep the store with me. So now consider this. I have my products and everything updated into the system. Now someone as a customer is going to come up and create a, an order or place an order. Okay, so I'll go here on a new browser. I'll log into this. Now you can see as a store, not very clean, but you can see the brands they have, which we have created in Business Central, right? It has every information. You have a up and running portal to be honest. Okay, it's not too much robust, but you still get the idea, right? Now, let's say I would like to place an order. So I'll place an order for this Munich swivel chair. Okay, add to cart. And what else? So you can see all the information available on as part of attributes, right? Um, I will also order this chair. Let's say 2 quantities. Okay, now I will go to my cart. Okay, and then I would like to check out. Okay. Now, when I would say I would like to check out, I am going to fill up my information as well. So I have created an order, created a customer in my system, and either I can join as a new customer here, or I will create an existing customer. So in my case, I have already created a customer. I will just put up his ID. So that's going to be this. Okay. Yeah, sure. Send me new offers. Just put anything here. It's not that important. I mean, to be honest, it's very intuitive search here as well. So let's see. All right. So it shows here apartment name and everything. So I'll go E7502. Okay. Save this information for next. And then I'll say continue to shipping. Okay. All right, so there is a shipping method with the standard. If you want to change anything here, you can change it here. I mean, standard Shopify content, right? I'll go to continue to payment, and then I will also show you a scenario how you can, basically run a gift card scenario with this. So you have to enter the credit card information. So earlier we created a bogus gateway. Okay, so we're going to use it now. So in the card number, you have to enter one if you want to replicate the success scenario. If you want to have a decline scenario, then use number as two and sorry, three. And if you want to have a gateway failure scenario, you have to use two. I think it's between one, two or three. Just go through this bogus gateway option. You'll get the idea. So on the name of the card, you have to enter this bogus gateway here. Expiration date, just put any date from the future. I'll go 2023. Security code could be 111. So that's basically a help provided by Shopify and to basically test the app in terms of simulating different type of payment gateway scenarios. Okay. So I'll say pay now. So now my order is placed and I'll just quickly show you that how I will get a notification for this. Okay. So you can see here it says my order is placed, blah, blah, blah. I have this information. Okay. Which is good. Now let's talk about how we are going to handle this situation in Business Central. Now in my portal, first we'll see what happens into the Shopify portal. Okay. So if I go to orders, so I have this order, it says it's paid, but it's not fulfilled because the order has just been placed, but we have not provided any information about the order. Now, if you scroll down, you can see the information of the timeline of this order. Okay. Now that's standard Shopify product. What we are going to see here that how we are going to work on this with Business Central. Now in Business Central, you have to sync this Shopify order. So you go to orders and then you will say sync orders from Shopify. You have to select your store and you can put other filters as well. For now, just keep it blank. You only have one order here. Show log info. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it doesn't take too much time. It just happens in a flash. Come on, come on. Okay, success. Let's go back, refresh. There it is. So I have my Shopify order here. Okay. Don't get confused. This is not the sales header and sales line. It's Shopify sales header and Shopify order line. I mean, Shopify order header and order line. Okay. In the lines, you have the items, which is good. And it says paid. Okay. It means the order has been paid and it's a test order. Okay. We are not going to create the customer here because we system has already found customer C0010, and that is because my customer has an email ID which was already available into the system. Okay, if the ID was not available, it's going to use the template defined on the Shopify shop card and going to create that customer for you, then assign a number here. Okay. All right, so that is one thing. Now on my store, if you remember, I have selected the option for automatically creating the order. So in this case, the order has been created. If you have not selected that option, then go for create sales document. If the customer was not created, then you can go for option, go with the option of creating the new customer. Okay. For now, we will just go with the uh, so before going to the order, let me show you a couple of things. Okay, it's kind of important. So we'll go here and say risk. So it shows some sort of minimum and low risk. Obviously my CV information and all those things are not available. Low risk payment was made with the one credit card and standard stuff. Okay, so these kind of risk assumption are also shared from Shopify to Business Central. Okay. What kind of transaction happened with this order? So there was a payment which was done, obviously using the bogus gateway, but there was a payment. It was a test payment. Uh, well, apologies to the currency. My Shopify portal is with the INR, which is basically in India, and my tenant is USD. So um, apart from that, there was no shipping cost. There was a standard shipping cost for zero amount, which was from Shopify. If you have any additional shipping cost, you can add it on the order itself or on the customer. It will get applied on the system. So that's standard Shopify functionality. We don't. What I wanted to really show you here is that these kind of options which are available in Shopify are also synced back with the Business Central. So now we are going to fulfill this order, okay? Because now if I go back to my Shopify account, it says fulfill item because the order is still not fulfilled. It's just it has been placed. The customer has paid, okay? So I'll go back here and I go to my sales order. So now that's standard sales order, okay? Now you remember we have defined a shipping GL account, so it has connected it to this shipping GL account. It doesn't have any cost on it. If you have provided any, it has been posted to this account. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. Now, what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to only ship this order. Now, once I do that, and I will go back here, and there is a batch. Obviously, there will be a job queue as well, but which is going to run this automatically. But if that's not running, you can just basically do it from this batch as well, which is sync shipment to Shopify. Just put a filter for your recent shipment number, which you have just posted, else it is going to sync it for all and it might take some time. Now that is done. So if I will go back to my Shopify order and I will go refresh this order. So now you can see it says order is fulfilled. Okay. And if I go to my customers account, it says your order is on the way. You have another email notification. So these are standard stuff automatically provided by Shopify. You have not done anything for this, right? Now, if I go back to my Shopify portal, scroll down, I will see the order confirmation. It basically says that Dynamics 365 Business Central sent a shipping confirmation email to this account. Okay. Uh, that's the order information. So now order is fulfilled. And if I try to sync my orders again, because so sync orders from Shopify, I'm just trying to ensure that will it make any difference into the system because I have just updated something from as fulfillment to Shopify. Okay, so I'll come back here, and now if I go to fulfillments, so you can see here it says there was a fulfillment posted from this. If it has a tracking number or anything, it will come up here as well. So let's try to do that as well. So I'll add a tracking number, uh, and shipping carrier would be, let's say, Blue Dot. Save. Okay. So now I will come back here, process, sync orders. Okay, it says success, fulfillment. Hmm. Well, ideally, the tracking number should have been updated here as well. I don't know why it's not updated here. Oh, because the order was archived. That's basically a mistake from my end. So once the order is basically archived, it's kind of closed. There is no need to do anything else with this order. So I'm just going to invoice this order. I mean, basically what will happen is that mm, if you have done this with the tracking number itself, and I mean the syncing of shipment, it would have also updated the tracking information on the transaction list. Okay, so that is one thing. Now I'm just going to quickly show you another scenario that how you can manage gift card functionality with this, because you might also want to use this. So in products, I will this time I'll create a gift card from here. So I'll go my to my Shopify portal. I'll say add gift card product, and I will say welcome gift, and it has currency denomination, blah blah blah, save gift card. Okay, and I just don't have to do anything else with this. I'll go back and okay, I'll just make this active. That is one thing I have to do. Save. All right, so now I will issue this gift card to the same customer. Now keep in mind, once you issue the customer this gift card to someone, you have to save these couple of information. Okay, the gift card code that usually is been discussed and shared with the customer. The valuation is this. Okay, and I'm going to issue it to this customer. All right, so no expiration date, blah blah blah, and sent. All right, so that is going to be my gift card uh, code for this. It's the same thing with spaces, I think. Okay. All right, so that is the gift card which has been issued. Now, what I will do here is that I will go back to my account as a customer. I'll say continue shopping, and I will buy this chair this time. I'll just, oops, what did I do? Okay, say buy now. That's my email account. Now, it also shows me an option of gift card. At this point, I will add up a gift card here, and that's going to be the code of my gift card. Let's see if I can apply. Okay, that's applied. Um, Continue to shipping, continue to payment. Okay, again, same stuff. I'm going to use the bogus payment. That's my bogus gateway. 0524111. Pay now. Okay, it says the order is being processed. All right. So I have this information with me now. Now, instead of going to my portal of one small thing, while doing this, I'm also getting all these notification as a, owner of the portal in my account as well. Okay. So I can see all this information. I'm getting all these emails as a Shopify store owner. I'm getting this information that what order has been placed and all those things has been done. Okay. So that's one information that I was about to share. Now I'll go back to my Business Central tenant, and this time the order is going to sync again. And in here, I will. In this case, I just wanted to show you the functionality where I'm, putting up information about the gift card, how we can basically, track down what gift cards have been issued to what customer and what value. Okay, it says success. All right, so we have the order here. Let's see. Uh, so this time I will say transaction. So now I can see there's a gift card applied on it, which is of this value. And then I have a payment transaction with it. If I go to sales orders, so nothing new here. It just gives me this information and all those features here, which is okay. All right, so we're good on this side. And now I'm going to, this time just going to ship and invoice it. Don't want to see this. And now I will say sync shipment to Shopify. Again, the recent shipment that I'm going to track, which is good. Now, if I go to my Shopify account, to my orders, this second order is also saying that it has been fulfilled. And if I scroll down, it says done with this, which is good. Okay. The important thing for which I have actually shown this to you was how I can track my gift cards. Okay. So if I do edit and in the ID, uh, so I have to copy the ID, and if I go back to that order in Shopify, in orders, I'll go to transaction. Mm, there has to be an ID for this. I have to see where I can find it. Okay, if I go to transactions, yeah, okay. So I have to go to transactions to basically see the gift card ID. Okay, and what happens is that in your Shopify list, you wanted to basically track the uh, transaction based on what has been issued as a gift card. So this transaction ID, I've kept it here, and based on this, it has selected this account. So if I or this, or I can also filter it based on the last four digit of my gift card as well. So if I don't put this here, okay, so it shows me everything. Uh, if I just put this and with this amount, somehow it's not filtering it out, which is okay. I mean, the entire reason is, oh, okay, it's because I have used them both as part of same order. So the point was that with this help, you can also track down the gift cards that has been issued to which known transactions. Okay. All right. So that is pretty much it, and the entire idea is to show you that how you can utilize this app and how you can use it. You have to create similar kind of stores within your system if you're working on more than one stores. Again, keep in mind that I have used a development account. In the real life, that might not be the case with you. You might have to use a real account. So you uh, the only thing that you might have to change is that in settings you need to have a plan, and there has to be a proper payment gateway for this. Okay, and all those shipping and delivery things are going to play a major role in that. I have not used those kind of activities this time, but these kind of steps are going to be handled. Again, these are not very new to Shopify world. They're already using it. It's a robust thing which is working there, so you don't have to worry about that. It's very important that how you're going to map it with the standard Business Central functionality. Okay, so I'll try to brainstorm some more things and try to explore the app file as well that has been provided with Microsoft. I'll try to just dig down in the code and see if what kind of publishers are available so that we can extend this functionality based on our usage. Uh, yeah, and we'll see. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and uh, I wish you can do more and more great stuff with this app. Thank you.